gonna hear
Yeah,
like right now what you're hearing the same thing.
yeah, but the chat will be delayed, same way as on the show.
Right, right.
That's cool.
So we should be up and running, and then there's gonna be a delay with notifications, obviously. So let me get this shared out real quick too. Now that we are live, you should be able to pull it up and see it now.
And
There you go. So we'll do a little. Well, it's gonna be a delay before people walk in. It's the OBS shit. All right, we
Thank God.
live with. I'll tag you guys.
I think we got to be like centered up on each other because the window's so small.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like with doing like
I don't know
dual
which way
people,
to
but
put it. No,
it is
leave
what it
that
is.
there.
What's going on, guys? Hey, we're gonna get everything figured out here with the spacing so everybody can be seen and all that jazz. Hey, you see what I'm sporting for you fellas?
what's going on, guys?
We're here, guys.
You see the hat I'm sporting for you?
Go Braves.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, I do see it.
Hey, George boys. All right, hey guys, we're gonna do some audio tests real quick.
All right.
Okay.
How do they sound? Go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah, I
guys.
mean, everything's good with here with me.
All right. No, I know. I'm asking the chat, the people that are in the chat, if they can hear you guys.
I think that we're in the box there. I think
Yeah,
it's
you're
working.
good. All right.
Stand on the mark.
All right. All right. We're going to get this rolling here. All right, guys. We got another episode of In Depth with Defness. I'm joined with special guests Andrew and Ryan from ClassicPackBreaks.com. How you fellas doing tonight?
All right, man. How's it going out there, guys?
All right.
Well, for me, I'm just trying to survive, but you know, I'm in that Minnesota location where it's just not been good, and it's been kind of getting all crazy over the U.S. But we're not here to talk about that. We're more here about to talk about you guys to get a little more in depth. Are you guys ready to get in depth?
Let's do it,
I'm
man.
ready.
All right, man. So here we go. I kind of want to start with a history or a background, you know, of each of you guys, and you guys can each take your turn. I guess let everybody know from the men over at ClassicPackBreaks.com. First question would be when was your first, I guess, experience, what have you, within the hobby or sports cards?
Want me to go first?
Sure.
I started early. I just turned 40, so 85 was probably my year when I very first started with Garbage Pail Kids, like second series.
Oh
And
yeah.
I specifically remember 86 Fleer Jordan card was already big, like when it was first came out.
Yep.
In 86, 87, it was already big. So I knew that one was going to be big. And some guy, I grew up in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes down the road, 30 minutes from here. And there was just guys in my neighborhood that were collecting. And I quit for about 20 years, went, did school and college and did everything. And just came back, 2 years ago when I started looking through some old cards. I saw a Bo Jackson Tiffany card that was like $1,200, and that immediately made me think of my baseball cards to go back to see what I had that was unopened. They were still valuable, and I still had all of them.
Yeah.
So that was it for me. Right.
Well, for me, I mean, it seems like it's kind of maybe the same thing that might be going on right now, I guess. You know, the junk wax era, if you will, I guess started in '86 or '87, which it's come full circle now too, where that stuff's getting up there now. But
Right.
the time I guess was just drawing a lot of people toward the hobby. And as a kid, I actually had my grandmother tell me not too long ago that she would go and get me packs of '86 Topps baseball. And I imagine those are some of the same cards I still have up in the attic here today.
Wow.
There's some '86, there's some '86 football up there. So that's kind of when it started for me. I guess the popularity, even was attracting the attention of my grandmother when I
Yeah.
was 6 years old. So that's kind of when it started for me. And I went until, I remember buying packs of Stadium Club, when it first came out.
That was like 90s.
91, 92.
I was already off by then.
And then it kind of faded away,
Oh yeah.
right there. And I think, and here we are again. Kind of, it seems like kind of the same climate as it was back then, maybe.
Yeah, so it's pretty much with you guys it's really the same story you pretty much hear with just about anybody. You get into it in your childhood, you fall in love with it, and then you kind of maybe lose a little bit of interest, and then things happen, girls start coming around, parties start happening, friends start happening, life starts evolving. Yeah, life starts evolving, and then you're just like, "Yeah," but then you kind of bring that dip back. So I guess I want to talk a little bit about you two as far as just you guys. So you guys have been friends, best friends for how long?
High school buddies. Actually, like I said, I went to a high school down the half hour from here and moved out and went to another high school. That's where I met Ryan, and we've been buddies ever since. And this kind of evolved quickly.
We both were out kind of in that Stone Mountain area, and we both played, little league baseball
Yeah.
with a couple guys that wound up. It was a good area for baseball at that time. I mean, a couple guys maybe you've heard of Brandon Phillips. We played baseball with him. A couple good guys up there, Jeff Francoeur and Jeff Keppinger.
Yeah.
So, and we both kind of hung out in that area for a while and then moved out, a little bit further away from the city, I guess. And that's kind of where we went to high school and, kind of grew up from there.
So, and I don't want to go too far on the I guess on the personal side. We're gonna touch more on the whole, how it evolved with classicpackbreaks.com, kind of what you guys have to offer, kind of how it all came about, and kind of where you got your gold mine. But you guys are both fathers, right? You both have children.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So two guys fathers.
Yeah, two boys getting ready to be 8 and 5. Yeah, it couldn't possibly be much busier.
Right, and it's actually, and I enjoy. I mean, in fact, I'm a busy man. I got to get up and work these hours on the day side and then do this. And the last few nights, I've caught myself really being in there until they shut down at whether it's 12:31 my time, 2, whatever. And that's probably an hour later for them because they're down in Georgia. But yeah, it's hilarious, man. These guys are great. You can tell it's like a best friend environment. Just kind of the little joke shots they take at each other. If you guys haven't been in a stream or haven't seen them break, kind of the Andrew, when's he gonna lose his shoes? And hey, this is Ryan's uncle or his cousin. When there's a goofy name that comes up or a goofy looking old player that looks like he's a pedo or something. But yeah, man, it's a great time. It's an awesome time. Again, you guys, that's why I have them on here. I think they got a great thing going. Now, what I want to touch on is where did you guys get the gold mine? I mean, you look at the inventory. If you go on their website and you kind of scroll through the inventory, sorry, it's been a long week. I'm kind of scrambling here. But if you scroll through the inventory, you see just such a wide variety of products available. I mean, it's actually it's pretty insane. I mean, I would almost look at it. I wouldn't compare it quite to like a Steel City Collectibles, like a big distributor type end, but the variety is there. I mean, so where did this come about? How did you guys score this? Tell us the story.
I think the first inclination of it was, the first thing was is that the prices haven't been so crazy for so long.
Yeah.
So fortunately, we were able to buy some of the stuff when it was, now the prices have gone so high that it's, like for instance, when we were the first 86, 81 baseball box we bought was how much?
Oh God, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I mean, everything is, double or tripled in price. But I mean, that was to answer your question. That's probably one of the tenets of why we started. Was to we saw obviously right. There's a lot of modern breakers, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you got a stream and you got a few cards. You can open cards.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just had the newest stuff all the time, brand new, and that's fine. And I understand, we understand that people like that.
Right.
But we wanted to offer people, as much as we possibly could, and that's really one of the main things that kind of got us started with the idea.
And we have multiple places that we buy from. We've just been fortunate, as far as with auctions and with, just finding the right purchase that people want to buy, and then selling it and trying to get another one. That's how it's gotten to where it is.
Right.
All the stuff, when we started this, the first thing we had was a first series garbage pail kid pack and like
Wow.
78 O-Pee-Chee pack.
Yeah, we literally had a handful of things, so everything has been reinvested in inventory, basically, if you will.
Right.
Yeah, every time we do a show, we go and try and buy more stuff. Every single time. I mean, that's all that we've been doing for the last 2 years. Or
Okay.
since the day it started,
Okay.
basically.
What's up, Chachi? What's up, guys in the chat?
So really, it started with a Series 1 Garbage Pail Kid pack and a seven. You said what?
Yeah.
A 70 what? A 70. You said 70s.
O-Pee-Chee baseball, a 78 O-Pee-Chee. Those were like my first couple of purchases, because it started with cards. Like I looked up some of my old cards, and then I started selling a couple of them on eBay to get some money. And then I was really fascinated with the fact of wax
Yeah.
over packs, because the thrill of the chase is there, which is the coolest part of it all.
Yeah.
Because it's you just never know.
We didn't have as much modern. I mean, we still don't carry a ton of modern, I guess, but we started pretty much specifically having older stuff.
Right.
And it's kind of morphed over time to kind of, include both now.
Right.
But
Originally, it started as classic pack breaks being classic stuff, just old stuff.
Yeah.
but,
And that changed it.
And what?
demand,
And what's? I mean, when you guys got together to decide to create classic pack breaks, I mean, so how long have you guys been technically doing this now?
I think our site went online, I guess, in September or October of 2018.
Okay.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking October. So that sounds about right.
And what drove you guys to decide? Because I think one thing that's cool and unique, and there are a couple other people out there that do just more of a pack break, and you guys do group breaks too, and you actually do like a pack group break, like of an older pack, that's a higher dollar, so that everybody can get a shot and get in. You take it that way too, but you're really more driven on the name as far as the pack breaks. So what pushed you guys, when you were deciding this, to say, hey, you know what? Let's be more of a pack-driven breaker versus a, box group breaker.
Just simply giving people different things, different options, kind of with having the variety,
Right.
like you mentioned earlier. I mean, just giving people something different that we didn't see other people giving,
Right.
Whereas offering people a cheaper price point
Yeah.
to get in on things, to where you can just buy a pack and not necessarily have to dive in on a whole box. Our whole thing was to just try our best to give a better experience, and whatever way we can do that, offer a better variety, have fun poking at each other at night, or whatever it might be,
Right.
just have fun with it, and
And faster.
have fun with our customers, get to know them kind of as best we can as well,
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily faster opening the packs themselves, but just kind of moving it along. And then like some of the other sites, it's kind of hard to keep up with and kind of confusing. And we kind of look at that and try and make ours.
We wanted to slow it down just a little bit, give it more clarity. We have, in our opinion, I mean, the best vintage unopened packs in the world. Frankly, I mean, it's tooting our horn a little bit there, but I mean, I really believe that.
I mean,
And
yeah.
we wanted to bring some clarity to it, slow it down a little bit, show you the cards. We appreciate them. We enjoy the old stuff. So
There's one.
What is it? What do you got in there? What you got in your hand there, bud? So it's a 1968 top cello pack, 4 serial Mike Epstein top, and on the top, and that's a pack. So that's a 68 pack, Gem 10. That's a Gem 10 68 pack you're looking at right there. PSA 10, guys. Wow.
Got the top scan card on the back. But I mean, yeah, we just, and again, this all kind of grew just from a handful of slab packs initially,
1963 Topps baseball wax pack. 4-card version, 8. I mean, guys, yeah, and like I said, like when I first ran across you guys, and then I started like looking at the inventory and looking at it, and I was like going, my God, like these guys have, you almost have it all, right? Like you really almost do. You almost have it all.
I mean, that's kind of the goal. I wouldn't say we have it all.
No,
yet,
but you could say it's close.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
Wow.
This is a 53
original 54 Redman plug right there,
and it's still got Redman in it. And check it out, it's got a baseball card
on the back of it there.
This isn't on the site.
Wow.
I don't know if you got it.
Guys, yeah, we're seeing it. Yeah, we're seeing it.
That's some pretty cool stuff.
And again, I'm going to tell this to the people out there that haven't checked you guys out, that haven't been in there. And anybody who has, that's a part of their community or has been in there and just been a part and watched a break, you really hit it on the head when you were talking about the experience and kind of slowing things down, but doing the variety, because that's one thing that always keeps me glued in, I like to jump around. I support a lot of people. I mean, I guess I always try to say that my place in a hobby is more networking, to help all of you guys, to help as many people as I can. A network mentality, if you will. You like that? I'm using your if I will. I got that from you guys. I say that a lot now because that's from listening to you guys. If you will. That's your line. But I pick these things up, from different people. Hey, but I love it. And I get in there and then I think, I'm going to just hang out and watch these guys for a little bit, check out a few things. And then next thing you know, I'm there with you guys until you guys are shutting her down and you're doing your screensaver thumbnail picture for the night. I mean, the variety,
natural, right?
Yeah, the variety is just insane and it keeps you kind of glued and it is very entertaining. It still amazes me.
It's going to be a 60 pack or a 2020 pack.
You don't. And it still amazes me that as we're sitting here talking about it, we're pretty much saying that this all stemmed or started from a Garbage Pail Kid Series 1 pack and a 71 or 72 Peachy pack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So you guys, I have personally seen you guys pull some pretty cool cards. I mean, we're talking Larry Bird, Magic Johnson rookies that are cleaner than heck. Ohtani to 25 auto from Bowman. I think, didn't it grade back a Gem 10 too? Was that, am I correct in saying that, or did you guys get it back 9.5?
Yeah, the Ohtani went to Beckett and got a 9.510. Yeah,
guy sold it for 10 or 12 grand, I think too.
I think it was an $11,000 sale, I believe.
And so, talk to us a little bit about what happens when somebody goes to classicpackbreaks.com. Let's take it as a first customer basis. They're a first time customer. They go to classicpackbreaks.com and they spend $100 or $100 more.
Oh, it's convenient you ask that. So when you spend $100, guys, it's in an evening or during a stream, if you will. We have what we call a main website giveaway, and it is a 50 spot random drawing where the top 3 people are going to win something. And typically
78
a lot
tops.
of the time it's been wax packs, but quite a few times we've done slab cards as well. These are just again from
this one
from the very nice 70s stuff.
Man,
These are really really nice packs that we're giving away here. But again, it's a 50 spotter, and when we have 50 different $100 purchases, we run it, and the top 3 win a different prize.
This one's going tonight.
I think we have a few, like 20 something spots left in it. And then also, when you hit that $100, Andy showed you the bonus wheel a second ago. You get to spin that too.
It's got some good stuff on it.
It's got, some group break spots on it. It's got some random packs, some old stuff, some new stuff.
It's got 78 baseball and 75 football.
I mean, we just got done doing a 75 solo football pack the other night that was basically just given away from people hitting spots on the wheel. So, there's quite a good value there when you hit that century mark. So I'm glad you asked that question.
well, of course,
Zion
man.
5 is a pretty big card too. It's auto.
What's that?
The Zion.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. I see you. Are you losing?
Okay.
We're
good.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a Zion out of contenders. We got a Zion autograph to 5. That's probably a pretty big one. I don't know if that guy ever sold that one, but that's probably a big one as well.
So let me ask you guys this.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me ask you guys this, okay? I want each of you to answer, because you guys both. So when you guys go in their room, both of them take turns ripping, taking their shot ripping. What is the, in your opinion, and this doesn't have to be the highest valued card, this would be, in your opinion, personally what is the coolest, craziest card, in your opinion, that you've pulled? While you've been doing this.
I need like a top 3.
There you go. Hey, give me a top 3.
Like Otani. All right, Otani's got to be there because that dude got, he bought a $12 pack and got a $12,000 card.
Right.
So that's there.
I'll tell you what, for me, what's kind of happened along the way is we've hit really nice cards, which has been awesome because I think it's brought some of those people back.
Yeah.
And we got really early. We pulled an amazing, Ricky Henderson rookie card that our buddy from Maine sent off to PSA, and it actually had a little fisheye on it as well, and it came back a PSA 9. So that was really cool. That was early in the process. But the one that kind of jumps out to me, and for whatever reason, and that's, you asked the question, and it's what pops into my head quite often when I think about this.
Yeah.
And again, it was really early in the process, a couple months maybe into what we were doing. We had a 1974 Topps baseball. It was a 2-card promo pack, they called them. And we opened that for someone, and right there, as soon as we opened it under the wax, was an incredible Pete Rose card. And, so you either had the wax card or the gum card, because it was just a 2-card pack.
Yeah.
But it was so nice, so centered, and it's the one that always kind of sticks out to me.
All right, I'm going Otani for sure, and I'm going I gotta say, Thurman Munson's rookie out of 1970. We've got like three of them. Somehow we've
It's
opened,
just insane.
4 or 5 cello packs, and we've gotten three Thurman Munson rookies. They weren't perfect, but like for me personally,
Yeah.
that card's insane. And the third one's gonna have to be probably the cracked ice Zion auto because that was like hot stuff. Like all we wanted to do was try and get a Zion auto, and that one came out, and that was a pretty cool card to get. I'd say. So, yeah, Zion is Zion.
So let me go. Let me run with this question. So I'll start with Andrew. What's your favorite product to open or rip besides soccer?
Vintage, anything vintage, I'm down with. I mean, I'm good with the soccer.
No, I know. Did you like that? You guys didn't catch on quick,
God.
did you? I had you on that one.
I'm good on the international ones, but these new ones are a joke, man.
That 2016 Donruss soccer's got them all twisted.
It's like the worst font. It's like gold writing. It's black. it's not for me. But
Right.
anything that's old, I like the Bowman. I wish there was more colored cards somehow, some way, if that's even possible. But unfortunately, they're not.
And for the same for me, I kind of like Topps Chrome, because it's more the major league guys. I can appreciate the Bowman and all the prospects and
Yeah.
stuff. But I like the look of the Topps Chrome and the color and everything there.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the Chrome, the Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome as far as modern stuff. And anything like 13, 15, the refractors are insane. They're so much better than they are now. The refractors are better.
And you guys, and not only at classicpackbreaks.com, it's not, you guys, you have it's more than just baseball, football, basketball, hockey, right? I mean, you guys have more to offer, right? Like, besides that, I think you have some non-sport and some old...
Yeah, we got Batman.
Yeah, there's
66 Batman. We got the Monsters.
There's old
we got Garbage Pail
Kids
Kids.
stuff.
Star Wars, Golf, Elvis, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, 77.
Do you guys have any series? So going back to the start of ClassicPackBreaks.com and in the Garbage Pail Kids Series 1, do you guys actually have any Series 1 packs?
Yeah, I still have that one. I think I took it off of the site because I'm kind of fond of it.
No, well, that should be something that sticks with you guys for probably ever.
I think so.
It's off the site. I hope.
But it would be.
I better go check.
You're right, but it would be sweet though. Like if you guys could get your hands on. That's, man.
We thought about it. We actually did see one and considered buying one, but that's a stretch.
We kicked the tires on it for a minute. Yeah.
It's a fantastic box and it's cool in every way. But once you open it, and then you got to sell each pack. And,
right.
We've probably opened 4 or 5 first series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
they're just not the original one.
It's hard to find a nice. Again with us, it's all about it's high quality, right? So I mean, it's hard to find high quality first series Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh yeah. Right. No.
Or a whole box.
Right.
You're not lying, and I think I want to kind of touch on what you just said too, Ryan, about finding it or being hard to find high quality, because I think, like, as a lot of you guys can see as you're watching this, kind of their vintage and stuff. I mean, and again, this is another thing that if you haven't been in there, you guys really do need to check them out. It is very entertaining. They got a lot of great stuff. They got a wide variety. But when you actually see these cards pulled out of the packs too, it's like he's talking. Like they're looking for higher quality. They're looking for the stuff that's gonna sharp corners when they pull it out. Centered if it obviously, I mean, as best as they can find or get it out.
Or a couple of those up.
Yeah, I mean, here's some from last night here while we're talking about it too. I mean, just Oscar Robertson from 72 basketball last night.
That's fresh from a pack, guys.
Absolutely, last night.
Mint is
Oscar, the big O right there.
Make sure you're holding it up right because you don't.
Here's a Hall of Fame.
To the-
Hall of Fame.
To
rookie.
your left. Or right. To your right. To your right. To your right. There you go. There you go.
Artis Gilmore Hall of Fame rookie right there.
Nice.
Show that Steve Young. Or show him that hockey card too. Jeez.
Yeah, we opened some 71 hockey last night. Probably got some guys on that.
Golden Seals, man. Just clean.
We're gonna do it again tonight. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen again tonight.
But that's right, and that's part of the experience, right? I mean, that's what's going to bring people back, is nice cards, right?
Right.
I mean, they're not going to spend that kind of money on that kind of product.
Yeah, we can't have any.
And come back and do it again,
Right.
if they're getting junky cards, right?
We
Right.
want everybody that comes over to our site or watches our stream to come back and watch it again. That's pretty much the bottom line.
Yeah.
Whether they buy something or not.
And I mean, again, every time I've been around or watched, and that's why I asked you guys to come on, and that's why I wanted to do this as well, because I do like what you guys got going on over there. I do like what you guys are doing, and the other thing that's cool too is when people don't have the greatest luck per se in their packs or whatever. There's been time and time again. When I've been in the streams, even just when I've been watching, where you guys, what do you guys do? You have you call it something. There's a pile or a stack. What do you call that? And there's actually, it's not just some chump little players or some chinso little cards. What do you call that stack?
We call it the dry break bonus.
The dry break bonus. There you go.
Yeah, if that were to happen, wow, there's a Ricky Henderson rookie on top right there. I don't know if I got it.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I mean, again, we have some cards laying around, obviously, and I mean, if we don't have, plans for them, I mean, then
Kurt,
it's
nice.
all part of just making the experience a little better, right? I mean, we appreciate the customers and the people that we have, and we certainly would appreciate them coming back and seeing us again,
Nobody likes to spend money and whiff either. So why not?
Right.
I mean, we got all these cards. You know what? We can list them all on eBay, but we don't have time to do that. We'd rather just, give somebody a card and make bucks if they want to come back and try it again. Because really, a lot of people, if you're going to buy something, 9 times out of 10, you get something.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of crazy that, whether or not it's centered and perfect or whatever, you're gonna get stuff. You're gonna get stuff.
And everything he's kind of showing is that dry break bonus, and I mean, obviously, it's gonna differ between what you buy into. I mean, if you go in and buy a 1992 Topps baseball pack, I mean, and you go dry, you're probably not going to get a Ricky Henderson. I mean, we got to be reasonable here.
Right.
But if you go and spend
Right.
some money on an old vintage pack that costs some money and you go dry, I'm sure they're going to do what they can. They always try to do what they can to make it right. And that's another thing that, as I've been hanging out and checking on and just watching them and getting to know them a little bit more, that again, I can appreciate, them taking care of the people, man. And that's really what it's about. It's about the peepee. It's about the people and building the community. So,
Yeah.
What's the plans? What's the plans for classic pack breaks? I mean, do you guys have any kind of? I guess what do you guys see as far as goals for yourselves, like moving on? And I think you guys got something else that you don't maybe have it completely planned out as far as what exactly it's gonna be. But I think you actually got something that you're going to be doing, too, when you hit 1K subs, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything per se ironed out. But
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's going to be something big, it's going to be something worthwhile.
Something cool.
Kind of in our style, our next main website giveaway, just for example, right now it's some packs, but we have a Mickey Mantle all-star card for the winner of our next main website giveaway. here, Andy can kind of show you what the next one will be like. So
This will be third place.
and this isn't even what we're talking
So
about.
that's a
with our
gem.
1,000
Yeah, this isn't
subscribers.
even for the 1K. This is for another giveaway thing they got going
This
on.
is for $100 purchasers. This will
Yeah.
be our next main website giveaway. That'll be third spot. Will be a Gem 10 Brady. Here you go. One set of 18 Gem 10.
But yeah, it'll be
That'll be
something
second.
big and worthwhile for sure.
That'll be the first Mantle and a
Mickey
5.
Mantle
Beckett
5.
And we're with
Shitty. I'm not doing a very good job holding them on.
the
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the screen I'm supposed to. I'm looking at like you guys forward at the other one, but yeah, it's right in there now. Nice.
Ryan clicked some button over here, so we can't see the ball. That's the problem.
so yeah, man, it's always good stuff, you know. I mean, we try to do the best we can. Try to have fun. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And we wanted to be a little different. We just, again, there's a lot of people that do it, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think you wanted to be a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
I think so. That's kind of the goal, and that's kind of moving forward. You know, we're gonna, I think, continue to, you know, reinvest in some of the best product that we can find, and
Crazy stuff.
you know, we're gonna try and push the envelope a little bit. You know, we've actually got some vending coming in, some vending boxes coming in. We're gonna maybe try and start doing some group breaks with vending, because the explosion of everything right now has wax and cello prices to the point where it's getting where it's not viable that route
Right.
either. So we're going to try and just keep pushing the envelope and doing some different things and see where it takes us, you know?
So, do you guys have well, I wouldn't say it's a set schedule because I know sometimes, you know, depending upon orders, you just try to take care of people. So, like, you went on live, you were live yesterday in the afternoon for a while, and then you were live again in the evening, you know, as orders come in. But do you guys have kind of a set days, like, so the people know what days you're typically breaking, or do you guys just kind of fluctuate it right now depending upon the flow of what's coming through as far as orders?
It's kind of that way a little bit, but I mean it's been working out to where typically it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday most of the time.
Maybe Tuesday off.
Sunday
usually.
off and Tuesday off,
Okay.
you know, and,
Yep.
and you know, Wednesday maybe in limbo here or there.
Yeah, we're always at it though. There's really, but we could easily do it on a Tuesday and on a Sunday as well. But we've kind of been leaning towards, at least taking off Tuesday to try and have that day off.
Well,
And Sunday.
But Sunday's, you know, a big mail day. Obviously, Sunday and Monday we work on mail, get it out.
yeah, you have to get caught up. I mean, there's no doubt about that. If you
And
guys
we're
just
hitting those
kept doing
big cards, and people
Yeah.
need them.
Yep.
Our only problem is people want PSA to hurry up now. I mean, us sending cards to PSA, and they're just,
Oh yeah. Yep.
they're not turning them over at all. Months, like 6 months, I guess, something like that on a turnaround.
So I want to ask you guys this: what is the most expensive? Well, let's do two ways. What's the most expensive pack you guys have up for sale right now? Do you know?
Probably that 64 that you showed him a minute ago with Mickey Mantle possibly in it.
Yeah, that's probably that 63 wax pack is probably one of the highest ones, I would think. But I mean, in totality, that 2009 Bowman Draft box we have a '09 Bowman Draft hobby box now. That is one of the most expensive things we have.
This one right here is pretty good too.
Yeah, that's really nice too.
This is from a sealed case box of 88 Fleer
Oh,
right
wow.
here. Look at the corners on this. Talking about sharp corners. When you never see boxes that look like that.
No.
That thing is like, it's never even, no one's ever even touched it.
So do you guys have plans? I know you guys hit up the shows. Like you guys hit up the nationals, right? Typically.
Yeah.
Well, this past year was the first one we went to up there in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did
We
worked.
Splash.
We went pretty hard up there.
Yeah.
And grabbed quite a smorgasbord.
But everything has gone up, and and we've been fortunate that the stuff that we did buy was right. We're real selective on what we're getting too.
Yeah.
You can't just get anything. It's got to be somebody's got to be in it.
Right.
That's the key.
The right thing,
The right year, the right guys. 13 Prestige is going to be, the alphabet or whatever.
That's part of it too, Defness. Yeah, I mean, we've had Tom Brady rookie boxes, and we've hit Tom Brady's. We've had
how about
2012 boxes of basketball, and we've hit Kawhi's. We've hit, like we've hit Vladimir Jr. autos to 25. We've hit Pete Alonso autos to 25.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
We've just been very fortunate, or just I don't feel like we've opened a mega ton of cards, but very, very fortunate with hitting some very nice cards, and I think again it all intertwines back to that experience, and when you combine everything, it's been a really, really nice kind of perfect storm here recently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you guys can complain. I'm hearing myself a lot in the background. I don't know, you guys must not have me muted or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's all good. But you brought up Tom Brady too. I mean, you guys just pulled a silver. What year out of Select was that? That was his first Select card.
13?
Silver.
Yeah,
13 Select.
I
mean, that's another big banger.
And that baby's off. It's off getting graded right now too. I believe it's actually with Beckett, so we should see something with that one fairly soon.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'll be back in a couple of weeks.
So, are you guys gonna plan to go to the? Are you guys gonna go to the national that they're apparently are having in December? Or are you guys gonna wait until Chicago following year?
I don't know. That's weird. Everything's weird, man.
I know.
Everything's just so weird right now.
Might just be kind of waiting to Chicago potentially at this point, right? Maybe because we're familiar with it, but we haven't really talked about that. I don't guess yet.
No, yeah, I know.
I think it's more. It's more of what's going on in the closer to that time. I mean, getting a flight up there is no big deal in a hotel. We can handle that. But,
right.
If it's still weird like it is now, then probably not. Definitely not. Ryan go alone. Yeah.
Ryan what? Ryan what?
Ryan go alone. Go get some stuff, Ryan. Switch.
Oh, he's got to take a call or something. So.
Yeah, he got a call.
It's all good.
Yeah, so we'll be going live here shortly. We'll be all over it tonight. We'll get some dinner and then we'll start it. There's some more stuff we can look at.
Yeah, just show us some. Show us a little bit of what you got. That's what, 74.
This is all pretty much vintage stuff. I don't have the box going on up here, so let me make sure. Can you see
you're
it?
good. It's right in the middle. You're perfect. You're perfect.
72 wax series 1.
Nice.
There's all kinds of action. You get 73. Kind of tried to get all the runs of all the years,
Yeah.
That would be the ideal for what we were kind of going for. And we've got quite a few. I mean, all the way from the 60s to, here's old football. That red man's pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, the red man's insane. One thing too, guys, is like as you're watching this, they got these graded PSA packs, vintage packs, but they have a lot of like 70s and older stuff that is like the non-graded in boxes that you can buy packs from. That you're not going to pay as much because it's not the graded.
Right.
So keep that in mind too. I mean, it's not just like if you see a specific year, see something that you like, it's not like, hey, I have to buy a PSA graded pack or invest that much more. You could probably more than likely find it on their site as far as just a regular pack, cello, wax, whatever.
And ours, we don't. I don't need any of ours to be graded personally. That's. The slabs are more or less for everyone that has to see.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
stuff is real. That's why we have it. And that's the great part about it. That's why they're so mint and interesting to and you know when you see them you'll know. There's
Oh
just a few
yeah.
young from last night out of 86 tops.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean it's clean.
Yeah,
It's OC on that
Yeah,
one, but I
just a
mean,
tear. Yeah, just a
but
tear.
still, if you're going to get a wax pack 86 Fleer, I mean, that's what you were looking for. Because that's a huge card. If it's perfect, unfortunately that one's not, but it's still a big 9. You know, so there's that's a good play. 86 tops.
Right.
Oh, I didn't roll it up there in the right spot, did I? Well, right. I can see the chat now. What's up, guys?
Defness, man, we appreciate you, man. We really do.
Oh no, man, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. And again, like, you know, and for me, I'm just kind of a guy that I like to just kind of get out there and people that I see that I feel are good for the hobby, that are doing good things, that I feel are moving in the right direction. I really like and want to get on here and do these interviews. So I mean, it's in my opinion, it's well deserved. I mean, for what you guys offer, for what you guys do, and again, you know, we've kind of touched on some things already tonight about, you know, like their dry break pile, you know, their dry break pile. Like literally, though. Like, I mean, you're seeing people in the chat saying, man, that's a nice Ricky Henderson rookie earlier when you were showing it. Man, is that thing for sale? Blah, 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 blah. But that stuff is kind of piled up and sitting around for them to give somebody depending upon what they kind of get into if they don't hit, if they don't have a good break. I mean, so again, it's taking care of the customers, right? It's taking care of your community. That's really what this is about. And I've touched on this a little bit too. And another thing I really love about what you guys have been saying tonight is you've used the word entertainment a lot, right? Entertainment has been a
Yeah.
word for me that I've been talking about a lot lately in my general streams about the hobby and about whatever. Everybody is getting so worked up with this tops 2020 thing and trying to cash in, which again, I don't have any issue with it. If anybody's making money, that's awesome. That's great. But here's the thing. I keep trying to tell people have fun, you know?
Yeah.
You look at it as entertainment. So when you're saying the entertaining thing, and you guys are very, very entertaining. It's fun. You know, you got kind of that side humor as well because you guys are best friends, and you guys, like I said earlier, taking shots at each other just for fun. That's all part of that experience, though. And I think
Yeah,
the
right.
people whenever I pop into your guys' streams, there's a lot of the same people I see every time, which means they're constantly coming back because they enjoy what you guys are doing. And it's been cool to see you guys grow yourselves as far as kind of the viewership you have night in night out, and as that viewership number kind of continues to climb. I mean, those are things that you guys should be proud of. You guys should be happy about, and it's just going to continue to move forward as long as you continue to supply that entertainment and you continue to offer that variety that you guys do, because like we said, I don't know of any other breaker even doing like pack breaks that has as much variety as you guys do. And I was blown away, like I started off earlier, like tell us how you got the gold mine, or tell us how this all happened, because I've always been curious, because it just seems like it was like, man, did these guys cash in a 401k or something and just go buy a damn store, or run into some guy that just had a collection that was just sitting mint? I mean, what did these guys
Go
do,
back
you
and
know?
look at our first videos. It's bad, man.
It's
Trust me.
it's been kind of purely organic, man, and there's been a lot of things have gone the right way, you know, and I feel like, you know, you've hit on it multiple times. I mean, we really wanted to just bring that experience, bring something a little different, because
Right.
even when we entered, you know, a couple years ago almost now, there was still a lot of people doing it, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and you know, the vintage was a part of it because there was a very, very, very few doing vintage,
Yep.
and you know, so it really has. I mean, it's it's grown from the ground up, and we are proud of it. You know,
The one thing we haven't talked about is the newest addition to the Classic Pack Breaks is Pack Wars,
Yes,
which
talk about
is
it a little bit. Yeah, we didn't bring
all
that up.
right. So our buddy Mr. Mark Aram over here at WSB TV, man, he came over here and did a show with us. What an awesome guy he is.
Local TV and radio guy out here. He's mega into cards.
Bowman fanatic.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he's I don't know if he saw it somewhere. Do you know the answer to that? Do you know, did he just make that up? Anyways, you know, he said let's do some pack wars. Basically, you buy a pack and somebody else buys a pack and high card wins, just like Game of War or with a deck of cards. We've done it. We did it with 78 baseball packs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We had 2 Dave Parkers or something crazy.
Defness. We just got done pulling 5 Eddie Murrays out of one box of 78 baseball.
Yes.
Wow.
5 of them.
There's some of my guys out there. Stradivarius, Daryl's out there, Montreal, my dude. Okay, I recognize some of these guys.
Yeah, some guys are saying they've been recipients of the dry break bonus.
Daryl, there he is. He's the lucky recipient of a dry break bonus.
All those guys.
But yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's all fun, man, and again, I think you guys kind of show that in the streams, in the breaks, and this is what I'm trying to let everybody else know. Like, just have fun. When you stop having fun in the hobby, when it starts seeming like it's a task, a job, or you're just always feeling defeated when you're constantly getting into breaks, that makes people want to kind of step away or stop or just go, you know what, you see people so often say, you know, I'm done with the hobby, or I'm done with breaks. I'm done with breaks, you know, or I'm done with this. I mean, if they're doing that, they're probably either investing too much money and spending too much at one time and not kind of spreading out, or you know, they're just expecting way more than they should be. You should just again look at it as entertainment. That's how I see it. So you're paying for entertainment.
It is what it is, you know. I mean, it's kind of it's gambling, right, mixed with sports, mixed with, you know,
entertainment,
a passion for sports.
Right.
You know, I mean, you're buying hundreds of dollar boxes chasing guys that haven't even had a minor league at bat.
Right.
You know, so I mean, it's a passion for sports and cards in general, you know, and if it's not there, then you certainly it's not the right hobby for you, because it's just too expensive right now.
It's crazy right now. Bowman's crazy,
right?
At least.
Yeah.
Bowman's off the chain.
Right on. Well, we're closing in on almost an hour. You brought up the Pack Wars. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to touch on or bring up? I mean, you guys we don't have to rush it out. I'm just saying we're closing on an hour, so it's up to you.
I'd like to say a great job on a 24-hour stream for you, going hard.
I appreciate it, man.
Incredible.
I appreciate it. I
need to
that.
try that one of these days and do that, man. I saw you in the car, and then I check on you again. I think you're in somebody's van or something.
yeah. IRL Young Vlogs. Shout out Young Vlogs, another IRL streamer that I met up with. Yeah, to close that out. That they travel around the world in their van. It's pretty crazy and stream their life. But I've been in contact or friends with them for a while, for a couple of years now. So it was cool to finally meet them.
That's cool. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was going on, but I was in and out on that stream, but that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so with my channel, like what I do with my channel and I do with the whole IRL thing, like, or not the 24-hour stream, is I try to take every piece of what my channel's about and I try to fit it all in within the 24 hours. So I do like Saturdays, like typically Saturdays, if the weather's right, you know, and it's not the winter time, on Saturdays is usually my afternoon is my IRL stream. So I go out somewhere, like either me and my Rottweiler, we go out and we go to like a park or a Hidden Falls somewhere, or we go somewhere and we basically live stream it. So we're out in real life live streaming, and then the community can kind of come along with us, and you know, like Minnehaha Falls, the crazy waterfall, you know, so we go different places. So it's kind of tying that in with the hobby, with sports, with the IRL, with just my battle that I've gone through with recovering from being a pain pill addict. But to tying that all in and kind of bringing it together for 24 hours. I'm just trying to entertain people, man. I mean,
You did.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing as anybody out there. We really want the people to have a good time. We want the people to be entertained. And again, it's all about the people, right? I was personally, I was interviewed like after I did it, 2 days after I did it, by the Sports Card Nation podcast. And the question he asked me is, he said, "Man, he's like, I don't know where you get your energy." And my answer to him was, the people, man, the community. I mean, it really is. They keep it going. I mean, and I think you guys know that too. Just when you fire up your streams and you're doing your breaks, like just the chat and the excitement and the people and then all of a sudden, whoa, look at this, we just pulled this banger, and then look at this, like you just the craziness.
There's days where we're kind of there's days where the energy might not be there when we're getting going.
Right.
But you're exactly right. I mean, as soon as we get in there and Stradivarius or Defness or Daryl or Iowa, as soon as these guys get in here and chat us up, it's kind of like you forget about all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, occasionally we have our off days, and that's why we need to take a day off too every once in a while. Because like doing it every day, every single day, it seems like too much for us and for everyone else. It's like you're taking a day off here and there,
It's good for the soul.
It's good for the soul.
Damn right, good for the soul.
We'll be back the next day, so that's what's cool about it. I don't know. Very, very few times have we missed 2 days in a row. I mean, we did just recently, but it was a computer problem that wasn't on us really.
Right.
That's why we had 2 streams yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
that turned out to work quite well.
You gotta scream at the IT guys. As you look at each other, who's the IT guy? Point the finger. It's like the Spider-Man thing, the meme. You guys point at each other. Who's the IT guy?
Nobody knew anything. Nobody knew anything on that one.
I was in full panic.
Also, I know you guys do need to have a day off here and there too, because you do have to sit out in your lawn chairs to get your hair cut, right?
Right.
That's right.
In the front yard.
Gotta keep it clean.
Jesse does that for us. That's good.
Right on. All right, well, you guys got anything else? I mean, we are just almost exactly an hour. I typically do these right around an hour when I do them, but, I mean, we can go longer if you need, or if you guys got anything else.
We can go 24 hours if you want. Turn this thing around.
Well, I wasn't ready for this one, but, I mean, I would be down, but I think you guys got some breaks that you guys you gotta fire up yourself here in a little bit and get going. I'm sure you got people wanting some wax ripped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got some stuff. What do we got to open tonight, Ryan, already? We can go ahead and talk about that real quick.
Yeah, tell them what you got. What's on tap, man? Absolutely. This is your time. You guys got the seat. Let's go.
We're going.
Oh, nice.
Luka coming out.
Nice.
Got some Luka cellos we're going to do tonight. I actually have a Prism Hobby basketball box. They're outrageous as well, but we got one. Probably be some Bowman, I would imagine.
What else was there? I thought there was something else.
Oh, Select Baseball, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There
which has been just a hot product, man. I want to touch on that before we close it out, since you brought it up. That is one product that, there's a lot of, you hear a lot of people out there that are kind of bash, like, I don't like Panini because with the baseball because of no logos, and I don't like no logo, like the no front logo, whatever. But they always utilize images that you wouldn't even tell anyway. Like if Alvarez had a logo on the front, you're not seeing it in that picture right there anyway, right?
Good job.
Select is one of my favorite. Yeah, I like Select football, basketball.
Yes, I love it, man. I love the levels, the different colors, the prisms.
These dudes right here got their jerseys on backwards.
Right.
In 72, they made them turn around backwards because they couldn't. I guess that's what, I don't know why.
But yeah, I mean, we had a first off the line Select box, and I don't know if you saw that one, but the 2 first off the line cards, they're the orange Pulsar ones. They're numbered to 20. one box had a Luis Robert and a Bo Bichette patch autos to 20. So it's insane stuff. It's loaded.
Strat said CPB going till 7 a.m. Man, I'm telling you.
Strat also said Strat's got the couple. There's a lot of good comments, and guys, I want to apologize anybody that's here for the first time, like from Classic Pack Breaks. When I typically do these interviews, like I'm very good with like intertwining and engaging with chat. But when I do these interviews, I usually don't get to look at it as much because I'm paying attention more to the guests and just kind of focusing on where the interview's going. But I am seeing the comments here. I appreciate Daryl saying great interview, natural interview. I appreciate that. Strat also said, also, you should rip a case of 2020 Bowman Jumbo next to a waterfall def. That's a good idea. That would actually be pretty dang cool. Appreciate it. And then Bob S. says, Classic Pack Breaks got me back into the hobby after 20 years of not collecting. So, again, you're hearing a lot of these stories of people, being brought back, and you guys are to thank for Bob S. And I'm sure a lot of other guys, and a lot of other people in the community. And again, I guess my big thing, just to my final few words until we close it out, are, just continue being who you guys are. Continue doing what you're doing. I don't think you guys, like from an outside viewer's perspective or from me, I don't think you guys change anything. I mean, I think your growth just continues to go as you guys just continue to do what you're doing. You know what I mean? Just don't change. Like sometimes people, as they start getting bigger and bigger, they get to a certain point and then they don't become the same people. They don't entertain the chat as much. They don't pay attention to chat. They're more just focused on a buyer and that's it.
Right.
One thing I try to strive myself on is just constantly being engaged with everybody. I don't do breaks. I do card auctions every Tuesday night. And when I do my auctions or when I just live stream, I pay attention to everybody. And I personally tell people all the time, I say, I don't care if you spend $1 or a quarter in my auction. If you want to be here, be here. Just be engaged, be positive, have a good time, and take your mind off it. And I think you guys got a great thing going, man. I mean, you guys are very unique in a sense of the variety and being more the pack side breakers. And, I can appreciate that. And I know a lot of other people out there do too. So, Andrew, Ryan, thank you for joining me tonight. Do you guys have any other words? You got time? You can say stuff.
Appreciate you, Defness, as always, dude. Very cool.
All right.
Appreciate it, man. And thanks to everybody hanging out in the chat, all the comments. I mean, same with Defness. We've kind of been trying to look into the camera and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's good, man.
We see you guys out there.
Yeah. It's just the way the setups are, and it is how it is. But I appreciate you guys wanting to take this on. I appreciate you guys spending some time Friday. Again, we were supposed to do this on Monday, and we just couldn't make it work out with schedules and things going on being a holiday. So, again, man, appreciate you guys a lot. Again, one thing, too, all their information is in the description below. So their YouTube, their website, their Twitter, anything that I could find. I know I got the main importance in the description below. So you guys can just click the links right down there. You can drop
Kevin's on it over there.
He's got links too. Yeah, that's one of my best mods I have. He drops links. He'll drop all sorts of links. But yeah, so it's in the description too.
Kev, get it done.
Yeah, Kev's a good man. Kev's a great mod, man. Great mod. So, all right, guys. Hey, I'll probably see you in chat later tonight. I got to get some food and hang out with the kids and pop around my streams and everybody. But I'll see you guys around. And, man, just keep killing it, guys. Man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. All right? All right, guys. Everybody have a good night.